Sex Lord, welcome you back to check this out. The show we take a look at, we're going to take a look at. Have such a good old time. It's been a week. I took a bit of time off, but it's time to get back into the action. It's time for the Thanksgiving week, and we're going to give thanks by taking a look at an old deck that I made like last year, which has gotten some recent new support, and that is Gemknight Subterrors. Yeah, you heard that right. We're combining Gemknights and some terrors in this deck. We got all the new Gemknight stuff for all their big old combos with this new dispersion dude. But we also have the classic things like Subterror Guru. You know, it's a weird combination. I swear this works. It takes a bit of time for it to work. I mean, it's usually not like a turn one thing, but you know, turn two, turn three, something like that. Get them all on the board, and it can really mess with your opponent because they don't know what the heck you're trying to do. So we got ourselves our deck. We're gonna be heading on to Yugioh Pro, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh! We're gonna show the combos and the wombos, the what do's and the what not do's, and have ourselves a good old time. And of course, you want the whole deck list at the end of the video as usual. But for now, let's head on into the action. Show off what this baby can do. Alright, everybody, our first opponent of the day, another card game. With our deck, we can go first, we can go second. It's one of those decks with modality to it. So we can do one or both. Oh, ooh. Well, this is definitely, I was about to say, it depends on what you get in the hand. With a hand like this, I'd say we're definitely going for the Gemknight route. Definitely 100% going for the Gemknight route. So we're going to go ahead and start off. Good old Primite Roar, get out Tourmaline. Nice to just cheat a monster onto the board. This is very nice. And next, we're going to go ahead and, yeah, we'll use Foolish Burial here. We're going to use this, we're going to use the new Gemknight Nephrim. When this guy gets sent to the grave, or girl, or whatever this thing is, you discard one of your Gemknights, just go ahead and bring out Nephrim. When she gets summoned, we get any Gemknight card we want from the deck to the hand. We're going to get Gemknight Dispersion. This is the new fusion spell. It's a very nice card. And I should also mention I do get an additional normal summon. But we're going to do one thing first. We're going to use Holocore's effect. We either send a normie to the grave or fusion. You want to go fusion 99% of the time. You send out Holocore. He'll be very important later. We're going to go ahead and use Nephrim's effect. Get out another normal summon. We'll summon out Gem Armadillo. Gem Armadillo is going to use his effect. And I'm going to get to add... it doesn't really matter too much, but I'll get Quartz. For various reasons, we will get Quartz. Now, as we're continuing on, there's a lot of parts to this combo, so do pay attention. Do pay attention here. We're going to summon out Gemknight Phantom Quartz, our link. This lets me get another Gemknight card, and we're going to get another Dispersion, because I can. It's just something I can do. We're going to activate Gemknight Dispersion to fusion summon one of our Gemknights. Because I have fusion in the grave, I can use stuff from my deck for this. So we're going to go for Seraphinite. We're going to ditch... right, that was supposed to give the Quartz in the hand. That's fine, it's fine. Doesn't really matter. We're just going to fuse with these two. Summon out Seraphinite, get that on the board. And Quartz is going to go off and recover me one of my cards. So, yeah, we'll just get back our Nephrim for later. That'll work pretty good. That'll work pretty dang good. So, another thing we're going to do for our... Because of how the Gemknights work, when you go for certain cards of theirs... you can't be doing anything but fusion summoning, so you have to do all your extra stuff early. It's one of those things you have to do all the extra things early, otherwise you can't do any of it. But we're going to go ahead and activate our Gemknight Fusion to the grave. We'll banish one of our Holocores, because we only need really one at the moment. Only really need one right this second. We're going to go ahead and use Nemesis Flag here. This is one of like the side deck tech sort of thing. This is something you rarely go into in the deck unless you, like, really start off with a powerful hand. But it's something you can do. It's something one can do. So, having done all that, let's see, what is the next step we want to go into? I'm thinking Gemknight Fusion. Yes. I think this will work just fine. So we're going to go for our Dispersion. We're not summoning it just yet. But we're working on it. We are working on the eventual summoning of that out. We're going to start out with Dispersion here. We do need to use Fusion one more time because we do need to have some more Gemknights in the grave. But Dispersion is like our be-all, end-all sorts of boss monster in this deck. Basically, what this dude does is that you can, quick effect, send him to the graveyard, summon 3 non-rock gem monsters from your grave or the extra deck. It's pretty nasty. Just about as nasty as summoning out, like, you know, Thunder Dragon Colossus on your opponent, which kind of a dick move. Well, like I said, it's like a one-off thing, so I'll probably summon this once this game, and that's about it. So now we're going to summon out Masquerena, very important, and we're going to go for Dispersion. We're going to summon out our 3 fusion monsters. We're going to summon out Lady Rose Diamond for protection, Prismora to potentially pop things in the future, and importantly for this combo, Aquamarine. We'll summon out Marine in defense. We'll summon out everybody else in attack mode, and we are set for game. But let's be right what we need. So we have ourselves a nice little setup board here. Colossus is restricting my opponent from special summoning, and damn it, that's unfortunate, but it's what it is. I got burgered. Okay, well that kind of sucks a little bit. Not gonna lie that it sucks. Okay, that's fine. I have 1 negate with Holocore still, so that's something. But I should mention the whole thing with Masquerena. You're basically using that to go into... Who are you hitting? You're hitting that. Yeah, I might want to stop that. My opponent surrenders because I had 1 thing to stop your hand. I guess he had no other monsters. That's probably what that was. But yeah, well, I was trying to go for SP Little Knight from Masquerena using this guy. This does work. You can just bounce a card and banish a card. It's a nice little thing on top. But that's the whole Gemknight side of this deck. Obviously, with a deck like this, sometimes you see one over the other. But we have time for more duels, of course. We got time for more duels. So let's go for duel number 2. We'll show more of this deck to do. We'll try to go first again. Try to get the Subterror part of this deck out. Because I swear, it does work when it goes all come together. It works pretty good. Alright, everybody. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Let's go and do it again. Okay, what do we have for opening hand? It's okay. Okay, it's okay. Alright. I think this is fine. I mean, we'll start with the Primate Roar, of course. Because, like, you play it when you have the ability to do so. You get out your Tourmaline. That's just what you start off doing. So we'll get that going. I kind of want my normal summon here, I think. I really don't want to have to go into freaking Thunder Dragon again, but we'll see how this goes. It all really depends on what we get. So we're going to go ditch Nephirim. Nice thing about her, she's sent to the grave by card effect. She just, discard a card, bring it back. Bring her right back, and then she searches out another Gemknight card. So we'll go ahead and get Holocore. These two are like partners in crime. They're Bonnie and Clyde. That whole shebang. You just really want these two to be used together. That's what you want to do. Let's see. Normal summon Nemesis Flag to spook my opponent. I don't want to do this. I swear. I swear I don't. Please, I swear I don't want to do it. I don't want to summon that dang old dragon again. I already summoned him once. I think that's plenty. So I'm not going to. I have a choice to not do it if I don't want to do it. So I'm not going to do it. You know what? The game cannot force me to do it. Therefore, I'm not going to do it. What am I actually going to do instead of doing that is always like always a thing. So let's go ahead and use these two. We'll summon that Masquerena. And we'll start off with a nice chill board. A nice, chill, easy-going board that no one can complain about. Not really. Alright, so let's go ahead. The Monster Zone. Quartz. And Nephro. I don't want to have 2 hollows in the grave, I should mention, just in case my opponent does happen to have Call by the Grave or some such. I don't want them to have easy access to negate it. But I will be able to get Nephirim back, so that's cool. Just in case I need another one, which I doubt I'll need it, but just in case, it's good to have. Well, let's go ahead and bring out the Terrible Trio. Do kind of wish it was other... I mean, there are other Gemknight fusions, and there's other things you can go for here. Really depends on the build you're going for. I did argue with myself about like going with Topaz instead of Aquamarine, which, to be fair, nothing wrong with that. It's nice to have Topaz in the grave in case you do happen to go for Master Diamond, because then you can do like massive amounts of damage. It's a really powerful thing. It's just otherwise Topaz doesn't really do anything. So that's kind of like we went with Zirconia, just because he's like, at least he's a big beat stick. And sometimes All you need is a big old beat stick. Why can I not use it perm on? Oh, there we go. That's why. Because Hollow Knight kind of goes first. I call him Hollow Knight. He looks more like a Dark Souls character, to be honest. He's like the Soulless Cinder or something. Ground seed in the perm column. Ah, my brother. You can't be doing that. Okay, I'm not gonna do anything to that because I feel bad for this guy doing that. Plus, I want to see the dinosaur fusion. Because you rarely get to see this thing. I don't even remember what it does. Gigazowler. Let's see. Target a monster in the grave. Add to hand. This is something from the graveyard. Okay, you know what? Go ahead. This guy's playing Saber Swords. You gotta give this guy... He's playing some old school dinosaur combos here. So let's go for Masquerena here. We're going to go into our SP Little Knight. I can also make Avermax with this, but it's all good. We're going to make this. We're going to bounce that monster of his. And I'm going to go ahead and banish my opponent's Sabersaurus. I don't really see a point in banishing and bouncing the same monster. That's kind of what we call overkill in this game. It's kind of what you call overkill. Let's see. So now that we've done all of that cool stuff, let's go ahead and use Gemknight Fusion in the grave. We'll banish our Quartz Boy to get this back, because if there's one thing we like to do in Gemknights, it's to go ahead and go into mother flippin' Gemknight Master Diamando. After I actually click the right button. Okay, there we go. So Gemknight Fusion, let's go ahead. Gemknight Master Diamond Man. I'll use Prismora because he's not going to do anything against this, but that's cool. All right, Nephirim. Yeah, I don't need no Thunder Dragon Colossus. I don't need bad card like that. I need big Nephirim. She's big, right? She's pretty big. Anyway, so now we're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and use Dispersion to add a gem monster. That's just something else I can do with this card. It's pretty cool. And I'll get another Gem Armadillo, because this is not a once per turn thing. It is not a once per turn, because it's part of that old triumvirate of cards. Not really, it's not a triumvirate, it's like a coalition, really, of old school cards that are just like non-once per turns. Like all the Gen X's are a good example of this. All Gen X's, Infernity, Arcfiend, etc., etc. Things that are just really insanely, insufferably good. Is there anyone else I wish to fuse into? That would actually give me less damage. Okay, so let's go ahead and attack our opponent for game here. Unless this is some kind of something, it ain't gonna do him much good. But that's the idea, and I'm glad I held back on the Thunder Dragon Colossus. Well, I feel bad that I was able to just completely shut this dude down with what we had. I hate to say that's kind of the game nowadays, because that is how the game is nowadays, but I hate how that's how the game is nowadays. You know? It is what it is. But at the same time, I hate that sometimes. But at least my opponent didn't rage quit. So you got to give Mr. Potato here some props. So let's go for duel number 3. And maybe we'll do a 4th duel. See how it goes. All right, everybody. Our third opponent, the fighting third. I've seen the Gemknights. Let's see them Subterrors. Can we see the Subterrors? Anyone will do. Okay, at least Fiendess is here for us. We've got the Fiendess. You know, it's a thing with these combinations of things. Sometimes you get everything you want, sometimes you don't. You know, if I can draw into Guru, that'd be great. That would be really cool. Azamina Murchaldo. Richelago, or however you pronounce this darn thing. It's a tongue twister. I can't say it. I can't. What are with these weird new Yu-Gi-Oh names? I don't get it. Anyway, so my opponent's playing the Azaminas. I kind of remember what these do. I think I played them against them like once. I know they're fusion based, and I know they have something to do with Diablo Star. Well, that's about it. That's all I really know about them. I know that the fusion spell is interesting, though. Is it reveal a fusion monster for every 4 levels, counting down, ditch cards from hand or field. So you usually use the field spell as the material for the fusion summon, and you summon out whatever the balls this is. Saint Azamina. Who knew the church was corrupt? Anyway, so this thing is on the board. Can't target this card. Cards they control. Cards they control and cards in their grave and banishment with card effects. Also, they take any bad damage you would take it instead. If this card fusion summon this way, summon an azamina, blah blah. So I can't target literally anything because of this, and I take all battle damage. That's some horse monkey butt. Horse monkey butt, I say. Alright, well, you and your horse monkey butt is how it's gonna be. Alright, well, I don't know. This is gonna be a tricky one. I can't target literally anything, and you're just gonna summon out things in my turn? I was assuming it's gonna be Sin Keeper, because that's like the one that does something. Right? Spell trap is set on the field. Target a card you control and a card opponent control, destroy them. And I have to set spell traps before I play them too. Okay. I guess I'll set a spell trap. I will do that. I don't have a reason not to do it, nor do I have anything else I can do about it. So, I'm gonna set 2 cards. When I activate Hidden City here, see where this goes. Ah, but of course you just have that to stop me. Of course you do. Alright. Gemknight Fusion. Prismora. Do something. I don't know what, but do something. I don't know what you're going to do in this situation, Prismora, but I need you to do it. So I just need, like, non-targeted stuff. Did you just perm Prismora? What is wrong with you? What was the point of that? That doesn't do anything. You silly person. You silly, silly person. Alright, that's okay. But I can still, like... I guess the play here would be to... go for Little Knight to banish this thing? I guess. That's non-targeted, right? No, that is a targeted thing, frick. I don't think I have a means of getting around this thing. I legitimately don't think I do. Do I? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. That kind of sucks. I don't think I can out this creature. Like, legitimate. I didn't run the 1 copy of Underworld Goddess. And therefore, I don't think I can out that creature. Normally, I'd be able to. But this is going to be an instance where I'll say, I don't think I can. I don't think I can out that. That is just a... That's not even in my deck. I didn't run the 1 thing that could have outed this creature. Sort of deal. Because normally, like, if you had something like Underworld Goddess, this thing isn't a problem. But I didn't even know this was a thing. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'll just keep playing and hope for the best. But honestly and for truly, I don't think I can do much about that. I mean, that's not going to say I'm going to stop playing by any means. But I just don't know what I can do here. I mean, I'll summon out my Dispersion. I'll use Dispersion, as I've done a million times before. But the problem is, all of my stuff is, like, targeted focused. And this thing prevents me from targeting, like, anything. This targets, that targets, wait. Yeah, that targets, this targets. Everything I own targets, and that's not a good thing. Alright, well, regardless, can I make my monster bigger? Let's see, Master Diamond, 100 attack for every gem in the graveyard. I need 11 gemknights for that to be big enough. That's the problem. Why can't I add anything? Why can't I use Dispersion to add a gem monster? It's odd. Very odd. Incredibly strange. Alright, Gemknight Fusion, I suppose. Let's see, if I fuse 3 of these... Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I can out that creature as much as I really want to. I just don't think I can. Although for some reason I can target, like, I can't target you, but I can target everything else. Kind of ridiculous. But whatever. I mean, at the very least, I just need 7 more monsters and I'm good, right? Just gotta get 7 more monsters in the grave and then I'm fine. That's all I need to do. That's not that hard to do. Let me think. Get Gemknight Quartz? Seraphinite, are you still in my extra deck? I forgot. No, you sadly are not. You're, like, somewhere else at the moment. Would have been nice to have had that right now, but unfortunately I don't. Because I do have Scatter Fusion, but I can't use it unless Seraphinite's available. So I guess I'll just have to end my turn and try to get... Do I even have 7 more Gemknights in my deck? I think I do. I hope I do. That'd be like the only thing I have to stop this. Man, that's an annoying card. Just for the fact of what my deck does, that's an annoying card. Or, conversely, you're going to tribute it off. I assume you did that for a good reason. I assume that is not the reason. I assume that you had other reasons for this. Or maybe you just got really sick of saying Azamina. I don't know. Either way, though, it doesn't really help me in my long-run plans. I'm still under the assumption, yeah, he's going to be able to use Sin Keeper to, like, put these cards back. He blew up my bloody field spell. Why you leave my field spell? Leave it alone. It did nothing to you. Yeah, now Fenrir's just gonna banish my Gemknight Diamond Boy. Which stinks. At least I can run over everything else now, but... Oh. Okay. Damn it, it came back. I knew it. Okay. There's nothing I can do here, folks. I want to do something, but there's literally nothing I can do. I do not have an out to this creature. That was my one shot with Diamond. So, yeah, I'm just boned. I have nothing in my deck that can kill this creature. Okay. I mean, it can be defeated in battle, which is weird for an illusion monster in of itself, but yeah, there's nothing I can do. So, we take a loss. It sucks when you can't really do anything against your opponent like this, but that's a failing on me for not running like one card to out this creature. But even if I did have that, it would have been hard to out this. So let's go for duel number 4. Duel number 4. There we go. All right, everybody. The 4th and final opponent of the day. The last chance at romance. Up against Crazy. Is it Crazy Memphis? I don't think. I hope it not. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and just go with it. You know, today has been. I mean, for modern Yu-Gi-Oh standards, it's actually been all right. Too many instances I've had recently where just like, you know, either I get overwhelmed or my opponent does, and then just nobody has fun. But you know what? Today, we're going to let our opponent go first, and we'll see what happens. All right, opening hand is perfectly fine. Actually, it's pretty dang good. I have Dispersion. I've got Scatter Fusion. Yeah, for my deck, using Scatter Fusion, I've got Ormistrix, I've got Guru, I've got Imperm. So, nice setup for both players to get a little bit of something in there. So, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Alright, so you're going to get the Magnum Hut. Going to get the Magnum Hut and do the Magnum Hut thing. Pretty basic thing, but it's a thing you can do. Yeah, Magnum Hut, search Dragon in the end phase. I'm not going to Imperm that because I feel like that's kind of a waste. Kind of a waste. I'd rather save this for, like, something else. What else? I don't know, but something. Let's see what kind of dragons this is. What kind of dragon are you playing, sir? That's what I'd like to see. It just seems to be... I'm going to guess that this is branded Bystials or something to that effect. That is my assumption. Let's see. Cannot something except a Gemknight. Yep. Alright. Let's go for Primite Roar. Roar my Tourmaline. I don't know how you shout, but with that helmet on, but go ahead. Okay, Ash Blossom. Totally fine. In fact, I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you ashed that because I have better things. I don't need Tourmaline. I have Scatter Fusion. What say ye to that? Okay, you did have something to that. Okay. Card opponent controls or in their grave, return them to the hand. Alright. Well, that's annoying. I don't think I'm going to be able to activate this again. Nope. Not going to be able to do that again, but that's okay. Let's see. I don't have Gemknight Fusion in the graveyard, so I can't really... I can search a monster, though. That's the thing about Gemknight Dispersion. I just add a monster to my hand. So that will work. So let's get... Let me think. Let me see. If I get Gem Armadillo, I can get Shadow. Go into Quartz. Search out Dispersion number 2. Yeah, I think that'll work. I just like Gem Armadillo. What can I say? Gem Armadillo is cool. He doesn't. He's not pretentious. He's like he's an armadillo with like round torpedoes. That's cool, right? That's kind of cool. I think that's cool. He's an armadillo. He ain't got no legs. He got like arms, and that's like it. He don't need no legs. He's a ground armadillo with torpedoes. There's something to respect about that. All right, so now that we've done all of that ranting, let's go ahead for our boy the Quartz. The Phantasmal Quartz. And this is the part where my opponent reveals they had like imperm this whole time. They were prepared for that. He's got Dragonmaid Tiding, and he happens to have a Dragonmaid in the hand, which I doubt sincerely. I sincerely doubt this has anything to do with Dragonmaids. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I would like that. Oh, Shadow Man! Pourquoi? How could you do this? How could you hurt him? He was an innocent, whatever he is. Okay, I see how you're gonna do this. I see how we're doing this. I don't have a gemknight in the grave, but let's see, 2 non-rot gemknights. I'm thinking, okay, so I used Tourmaline from the deck, and if I then used in conjunction with that, I can't use Lapules, but that's okay. I use Hollow Core instead. This works just as well. Because at least now I have Hollow Core in the grave. Let's go with that. Let's put it that way. At least I still have Hollow Core in the graveyard, so I have that negation. What now? We have another one? I'll negate the other one before you banish my boy. Just for the record. It'll make my monsters bigger, too. Alright, so let's go ahead and use our Dispersion dude. We'll summon the... Well, actually, is there anyone else we want to summon? I could summon Seraphonite just for damage. Honestly, I think I'm going to do that, because there's no really point to summoning at Marine right now. Not especially. Although I will say, I really wish I could have summoned, like, Master Diamond this time. I mean, I have that potential. I still could. That's the thing. I just don't have, like... I don't have the recoverability to do that right now. I would like to. It's just not a good idea to do it. If this guy lasts another turn, maybe we can do that. Well, let's go ahead and set Guru for now, just to have Guru set up. And we'll do the battle phase, because that's what Gemknights have always shown, is in the battle phase. That is their shtick. Alright, Seraphonite, destroy this guy. He will get a branded card, but that's okay, I think. It's sent to the graveyard, and I know that's like one of the things he wants to do. Send the spell and the trap to the... Or just send another copy of Lebellion, that works too. I'm gonna attack you anyway. Druid's Worm. Well, shoot me in the foot, why don't you, and force my hand. Alright, well that kind of blows, but it's what it is. Let's go ahead and banish our cards and attempt to stop Druid's Worm. Yeah, no Druid's Worm this turn for you. Mother! Okay, that's fine. You know what? It's fine. It's okay. I'm not upset at that or anything. It's just more annoying than anything. Oh, hold on. Rose, you having a thing? Oh, that's right. I forgot you could do that. I usually use this for protection. But what I can also do with it, when my opponent uses... What was it? During my turn, my opponent uses a monster effect, I can just, like, pop one of my opponent's cards by banishing a Gemknight card. I totally forget that that's a thing. She's like a reverse Prismora. Like, Prismora discards cards to do this, and I have something in my eye, damn it. But yeah, she banishes cards from the grave, he discards cards. So that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, let's set this. And I guess I'll end my turn for now. Lordy, what is in my eye? Oh, it hurts. Oh. My opponent is trying to blind me or something, or maybe my Gemknights are blinding me with their radiance. It's one of those two things. One of those two. All right, what do we got going here? You're gonna get... Okay, he is playing Dragonmaids. It tells more like you're playing Bystials. than anything, but you are pragmatically at least, technically at least, you're playing Dragonmaids. Okay. I'm not even joking, chat. This is terrible. This is the fourth final duel of the day. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me, eyeball? How dare you? Alright, what's going on here? Alright, you're summoning out Jerusalem again. You got changeover, which means you're going to summon out the big one, right? Yep, that's the big one, but my monster's bigger. At least at the moment. Why are you hitting Prismora? Okay. I mean, I can't do anything to stop that, regrettably, but it's what it is. I mean, he's got yugioh, so that's something. Let's see. This is going to be something a dragon made from the graveyard, which is good old-fashioned dragon made what's-her-face. I mean, at the moment, I'm okay, because I have Rose Diamond. You know? She's bigger than yugioh is. I can just beat over yugioh, that's the thing. Let's see. I mean, you're going to do the usual Dragon Maid shuffle thing. You're going to switch that back into your hand and bring back Lorper. That will go back to your hand, but that's not a quick effect, so I'm okay with this. I am, relatively speaking, fine at the moment. Thank you. Granted, Seraphinite is just Kaputski. I can't do much to save Seraphinite, sadly say. Sad to say, but Dispersion comes back when my gemknight monsters get destroyed. Now, granted, there's little purpose to that other than just having him on the board. It's not like I have enough if you're playing like all gemknights in the extra deck, then theoretically you could do this more than once, but it's very rarely happens. Very rarely. Okay, so now my opponent has got the house made, but that's fine. I'm actually totally cool with that. Alright, so Guru is going to get flipped. That's exactly what we need to happen. So let's go ahead and get... Oh, I'll get a copy of Fiendess. Just because. Like a normal summon at the very least. We'll see where this goes. Yeah, end of the battle phase. Lord Par goes back to the hand. And you could use that to pop me, but I am protected. I am not so foolish as to forget that part, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir and or madam. Who knows? Who could tell? Anyway, so what is it we gonna do? What do we have left in my extra deck of tricks and trades? Let's see. Non-rock gem monster. Regrettably, I've got nothing I can summon at the moment. It's kind of like, this is good for like getting a Seraphinite out of the deck. That's kind of why we just play the one scatter fusion. So regrettably right now, it doesn't do me any good. It's unfortunate, but it's okay, I think. All it really depends on is what we draw into. If I can draw into another Guru, it would be really cool. Because then I can summon out Guru, I'll have a negate with Fiendess. Or I can just use Guru to flip face down his monsters, and then I'll get out Irmistrix. That could work too. A lot of different things that can happen right here. All just depends on what my opponent's got left. He's already... Alright, the change you made. Target Dragon Maid control, add to the hand. Okay. I'm not sure why you bounced back that one. Maybe it's the only one he has, something like that. I'm going to guess that's the case. And you're going to summon out another yugioh, I assume? Yes, you are. Alright. Well, thankfully... Let's see. I'm going to activate Imperm on this. Try to bait out the yugioh. Because now I can use this effect. Let's go ahead and banish Sharafi. I'm gonna pop this no matter what you say. What say ye to that? Okay, you still got Lorpar back, but that's okay. I think that's okay. So let's summon out Nephirim. We'll use Nephirim's effect. we're gonna get one of the last few monsters we have left in the deck. Yeah. We'll go ahead and get Dispersion, because I think I can still cheat this out. And in fact, I can. Alrighty. Alrighty, we cooking here. So now we can finally get out Gemknight Master Diamond, the OG boss. Hey. So let's go. I wish I could use you, but I can't. Okay, so from the deck, and then the Monster Zone. Yeah, sir. Summon out Gemknight Master Diamando. Haha. And then Quartz will get me back one of my cards as well. I should mention that with Diamond, he can copy the effects of any of my Gemknights in the graveyard. You banish them. One important thing to note is that it doesn't work with things like Aquamarine, for example. Like, you can't copy Marine, send this guy to the graveyard, and then bounce a card. I found that out the hard way. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. It only copies effects that are, like, on the board. That sort of thing. What's my opponent up to now? I'm not sure what they're up to. I mean, my Gemknight Master Diamond's pretty big. This is one of those times I kind of wish I had... I probably should have just thrown in that Topaz. I'm like, do I go for big beater Zirconia, or do I go for the Topaz for that one-off time that I use from a Diamond? Because you combine Diamond with Topaz, you can do, like, crazy damage to your opponent. You can certainly do some crazy damage with that, but not today. Not with that. Also, what's my opponent doing? He's doing something. I don't know what, though. None of these cards do anything. None of these banish cards do anything. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. I think they're just reading my cards is what's going on. He's just reading my cards. I think, and I hope I didn't disconnect. My connection looks fine. I got 64 FPS. That's plenty. It's plenty of frames. Plenty of frames. Got frames for days. All I'm trying to do is, like, recover one of my Gemknight monsters and then, you know, start attacking my opponent's stuff. Luckily, Lorepar is pretty small. Let's see. So level 8 Dragon Monster with Hand of the Grave. This is level 10. Level 6. Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh, he could use that Lobellion. Oh, wait, no. It's only Dragonmaids, never mind. I was about to say, if he could summon back Lobellion with that, that would have been really cool. That would be really, really cool if that was a thing. But it would have been too powerful, I'd say, for Dragonmaids to do that. Because then you get, like, Blue Eyes and stuff of that nature. Blue Eyes and stuff of that nature. Alrighty, everybody. So, Gemknight Subterror. We went 3 out of 4. Very good for this deck to be doing. You know, the new Gemknight stuff really helps out. The only thing that held us back was I didn't have the one out for things that can't be targeted. Got a lot of targeted stuff, but not a lot of non-targeted stuff today. So that was a shortcoming, but you know that happens sometimes. Sometimes you build a deck, you can't plan for every little thing. You can't play for every little thing. But we still got some good duels going in here. It's hard to find good opponents nowadays, but we gave it a shot. We had some, at least a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of interaction here and there. So that's something. It's something. It's something. So I hope y'all did enjoy seeing the combination of the Gemknights and Subterrors. You know, we got them all on the board one way or another, and they all got to do a little bit of something. We summoned out most of everything we wanted to do with this deck, so I'm happy with it. So if you did enjoy, don't forget to hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Still climbing up to 1,000. That's what the big goal is. And if you're interested in the 100 Days Yu-Gi-Oh show, which I probably forgot to mention because I'm brain mush, we got that series coming up in January. If you want to suggest a deck or donate something, let me know in the comments today if you need more information on that. We got a whole video on that. I'll leave that in the description. But for now, here's the deck list in case you want to try out this deck yourself. Have a good time with it. Give it a shot. So here is our deck. We have one copy of Gemknight Tourmaline, who can honestly be Garnet or Sapphire, whoever you want, but I'd run Tourmaline just because he's yellow. I like him. He's got nice rounded stats, let's put it that way. He can be attack or defense. We have one copy of Subterror Umistrix. We have 2 copies of Gemknight Holocore as our special summon boy on the board. Get ourselves set up in the graveyard to have it omni-negate, all the good stuff. 1 MSC's Corridor as our side deck tech for getting out the big old lockdowny boy. 3 copies of Gem Armadillo because he searches out all the new Gemknight stuff and he's really good. 3 copies of Subterror Guru as our alternate going first sort of thing. Good old Guru to start stalling my opponent out with things like the final battle and what have you not. We have 3 copies of Gemknight Neptrim, which is a really good card, just a foolish barrel. It summons itself right back out. It gets summoned, you get a Gemknight card. It gives you the normal summon. It's pretty damn good. One copy of Gemknight Quartz, not as important as it used to be, but Quartz is still good. It lets you get out your Scatter Fusion. You get sent to the grave or banished because of Fusion. It gets you back a Gemknight monster. One Nemesis Flag to search out Corridor, just so we don't have to run like 2 of this thing. One Brilliant Rose, because this can send one of your Gemknights from the deck or extra deck to the grave, copy its stats and all that good stuff. You can just discard a Gemknight or Melodious, summon it from the hand. Same sort of thing with Crystal Rose. It can also just copy the name of a Gemknight. It also just counts as like a Gemknight monster for that most part. So just nice little things here. 3 copies, Subterror Fiendess as our negation we have with our Guru on the board. 1 copy of Lazuli, because when it's sent to the grave, we can just recover our Tourmaline. Just because sometimes you want to have Tourmaline back in the hand. You know, if we've already used up Pyrite, go why not. 1 copy of Gemknight Fusion. It's very important to run at least one of this thing up is still in the deck, even though we have the new Fusion spell, because this thing is the key to all of our big combos with our Shadowy Boy. We have 1 copy of Foolish Burial to send Nephrit to the grave. 3 copies of Gemknight Dispersion, because it lets me Fusion, or add a Gemknight monster. But we only use each effect once per turn, so that is a thing. I mean, I forgot about that little bit there, but, you know, you can basically either Fusion summon twice or add 2 Gemknights. It's the thing. You can use one or the other effect multiple times, so you can only use one of these effects per turn. 1 Call by Grave for obvious reasons. 1 Set Rotation to get our field spell. You know, because we don't want to play 3 of this thing, because then it gets a little bricky there. But I like to have the Set Rotation to cheat out the Hidden City. And because I forgot about it, I threw it in later. Closed Force. So my opponent never gets their field spell. 2 copies of Primite Roar to turbo out our normal monster. Give us a little bit of a normal summon stopper there. You know, my opponent normal summons anything that's weaker than 1600. No, I just pop the darn thing, banish it. 1 Tears of the Hidden City is kind of like a gimmicky sort of thing. It prevents my opponent from targeting my face down Guru or whatever from card effects. And if my guys get flipped up, they gain 1500 attack and defense. So I don't know what else to tell you. It makes my monsters huge. Scatter Fusion lets me summon out my Seraphinite straight from the deck using the things that I have in my deck. It only works if my opponent has a monster card, but still a nice card to have as a one of. 2 copies of Hidden City to search out Guru. Lets me flip him face up to get his search off, and negate attacks if I change my face down boy face up. All the good stuff. Again, Closed Forest. Give this to your opponent, and they can never have a field spell. It's a pretty dang good. Even if they destroy it, they have to wait a whole turn. 3 copies of Imperm in case you're going second. We do like a lot of beatdown for the most part, so it's going to have a good, healthy amount of Imperms. And 1 Final Battle, because you only really need 1. It's got 4 different effects, and it sets itself up every time you activate it. So, you know, 1 is plenty. As for the X deck, quick play, we got our IP Masquerena, 2 copies of Phantom Quartz, 1 Little Knight, 1 Avermax, which can honestly just switch that with Underworld Goddess, honestly, because we never will summon Avermax. Rather have Underworld Goddess at this point. 1 copy of Infernal Flame Banshee, 1 copy of Gemknight Seraphinite, 1 Aquamarine, 1 Prismora, 1 Colossus, 1 Rose Diamond, 1 Zirconia, 1 Master Diamond, 1 of the new Master Dispersion, which can just search it out and bring out 3 Gemknights from the grave or extra deck, and 1 Lady Brilliant Diamond, because she's damn cool. As for the side deck, really not that much to say. I mean, if you want to run in 1 Topaz, put this thing in the graveyard alongside with Master Diamond. You can attack twice, do lots of burn damage, do lots of damage to your opponent. There's also things like Lapis Lazuli if you want to go for more burn. But because of how Dispersion works, you actually do less burn to the opponent, so you're really discouraged from doing that. But it is an option you can go into. So, yeah, that's the deck, everybody. Hope you did enjoy it. I enjoyed playing it again, so, you know, hopefully we'll play this again in 100 days. Maybe I'll switch up some of the little techs here and there. Work on the consistency of the deck to get, like, Guru out more often. Maybe we'll put, I don't know about Time Terror Morganite, because then I can't use my hand effects, so that won't work. But we'll see. We'll see. And, I'm not sure what the other video will be this week, but I'll figure out something. I'll figure out something cool. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Memphis signing out. I'll see you guys again very soon. Until next time, I'll stay safe and happy. You have a good one. Take care, everybody.